Greetings, my young followers. Today, Nooch will talk to you about Lord Vader, the overestimated, most overestimated ever Galactic legend. A complete review of this character, top to bottom. But first, did you know we never knew the full cost of turning to the dark side before Lord Vader turned? What does that cost? An arm and 2 legs! And now, let's look at the overestimated galactic legend that is Lord Vader. Okay, so we're gonna review the good, the bad, and the ugly of Lord Vader. So let's just start it right off with the good. So the good things about Lord Vader, well, number one, he beats the 4 original Galactic Legends. He beats Rey, Supreme Leader Kylo, he beats C, and he beats Jedi Master Luke. You need to make sure you have him modded properly for that. You can see Nooch has got him with speed mods, and we've got a whole bunch of protection in here, just because the protection converts to health. I got health there. It's not perfect, but you know, you got other characters to mod too. I've also talked to several people that just had him modded top to bottom with all health and protection primaries wherever possible, with as much speed as you can possibly get, and a speed arrow too. So he does beat the other 4 GLs. I've also seen some videos where he actually can solo Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Sith Eternal Emperor. I haven't played with that myself, but people are doing it, so it is possible. Another thing that's good about Lord Vader, his ultimate graphics. You know, when he launches his ultimate, it's awesome. I should have loaded up here and I didn't. I apologize for that. But when he does his ultimate, the graphics there, probably the best graphics of anybody. It's really cool. And the final good thing, this is just a short list, right? If everything goes perfectly, he can beat Jedi Master Kenobi. Woo, 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 if everything goes perfectly. Now let's get into the bad. The bad with Lord Vader is well, it doesn't go right very often with Jedi Master Kenobi. You know, Nooch made a video of how to take down Jedi Master Kenobi with Lord Vader, and I'm going to put it up here right now. You can go look at that video. But have this in mind. The whole strategy was that you first put Mark on Lord Vader with Piet. So your Piet has to outspeed their Commander Ahsoka Tano, and then Commander Ahsoka Tano Cat would hit Lord Vader every single time. You need her to hit the marked Lord Vader because she can't kill him. Anybody else, she kills immediately with one swipe, just wipes him out. So you need her to target that. And at the time Nooch made that video, she was targeting Lord Vader 90% plus of the time. She would always hit Lord Vader, who's marked. She'd ignore the rest of the team. You had a real chance to come out on top in that battle. Then there was an update. I don't know if it was Wednesday or Thursday, a small update. And according to the forums, the devs were just fixing some things in this new conquest they developed. We'll talk about that later. So, you know, they were just adjusting conquest with the update. But magically and mysteriously, after the update, it's 50-50 whether she targets the marked Lord Vader or a different character like Kylo Ren Unmasked or the Royal Guard or Stormtrooper, any other tank you get in there. Now it's 50-50. It was 90-10 or better. Now it's 50-50. But that wasn't included in the update notes. That wasn't included in this random small update that happened. They just snuck it in there on us. And yeah, they did. Don't tell us you didn't sneak it in there, because everything changed for this counter as soon as you did that update. And I'm still even having more trouble beating this team when she actually does target Lord Vader. So anyway, keep that in mind if you watch that video of how to defeat him, because they pretty much nerfed Lord Vader by improving Cat's AI. So good on you, CG. Way to go. We wouldn't want Lord Vader to be able to defeat Jedi Master Kenobi. We wouldn't want to put those nerfs in after we release Darth Maul. We're going to put him in right freaking now. Awesome. He doesn't appear to be very good in raids I wrote he doesn't appear to be very good in raids. Okay, I thought I had more. Newt scribbled out a bunch of notes here. Um, you really need him to be R8. At R7, he's just not as good at beating these teams. Nooch has some folks that share with him. They have R8 Lord Vader, and R8 Lord Vader is better at beating. Oh, look, we did actually beat Gas eventually. Nooch made a video where I couldn't beat Gas early on. If you can get him modded perfectly, he can beat Gas. Yeah, it's still not pretty, but you can get it done. Hallelujah. Way to go. Way to go, guys. You can beat Gas with Lord Vader. That's tremendous. Tremendous stuff there. Make sure you mod him right, though, because otherwise you won't beat Gas. And then the final bad, before we get to the ugly, the final bad thing is you spent all of these Relic 8s. You know, you went and got these characters. You farmed the Bad Batch. You got 4 Relic 8 characters, including ARC Trooper, including Dooku, including Gas and Padme, and all these other characters that don't fit on the team. No, you didn't get any Empire except Grand Moff Tarkin, who actually could. Grand Moff Tarkin. You got no unaligned Force users. Just nobody that fits in with the team was required to activate Lord Vader. You saw that with Rey. You still see a lot of Resistance mixed in with her, especially in Grand Arena. Not so much in Squad Arena, although you still see Holdo in there sometimes with Rey. So you do see those characters in with Rey. Kylo, his entire meta team is First Order characters required to farm him. Jedi Master Luke, you got to get Jedi Knight Luke to get Jedi Master Luke, and Jedi Knight Luke is the #1 character you need to have on that squad to make him perform optimally. And for Sith Eternal Emperor, you got Darth Vader in there. You got some other characters you can mix into. Sith Eternal Emperor is probably the other one there aren't that many characters aside from Darth Vader, but he's so much cheaper. There's no Relic 8s. There's some Relic 3s in there. He's just easier to farm. Just easier to farm Sith Eternal Emperor than all the stuff you have to invest in Lord Vader. So, Jedi Master Kenobi. He's got Grandmaster Yoda in there, who you see in some teams. He's got Watt in there. You see Watt on some of the. You just can't use any of the characters that you spent so much on to farm this guy, and he was so much more expensive than even Jedi Master Kenobi. Jedi Master Kenobi you just had to spend so much more on Lord Vader to get him than you had to spend on Jedi Master Kenobi, and yet Jedi Master Kenobi is the meta. So with that comment, let's go ahead and let's drop it right down to the ugly. And here's the ugly. This rollout is god-awful. This is the worst. I'm trying to remember a worse rollout of any character in this game. Journey, Galactic Legend, otherwise. And I can't. Because a couple things. One is, apparently, to make a Galactic Legend function properly and at their maximum efficiency now, you need an additional character. So Galactic Legend isn't good enough. You need to get their secondary character. Commander Ahsoka Tano for Jedi Master Kenobi, or Darth Maul for Lord Vader. Without them, this guy is not operating at his optimal levels. So we've turned Galactic Legends now into multiple character farms, and we're going to farm the second character through Conquest, and let's get to Conquest. If you farm Jedi Master Kenobi, if you were lucky enough to choose, if you chose between Jedi Master Kenobi and Lord Vader, the way that Nooch did, I generally don't unlock them both at the same time. If you're going to do that, you got to be a massive whale. Nooch is a dolphin, just small whale, whatever. You know, and I invested in Lord Vader because when I saw that Kenobi was coming out, I'd been hoarding for a long time, and I said, boom, that's what I know that they're going to have Lord Vader behind this. Nooch wants Lord Vader. I've been saving up for Lord Vader. That's who I wanted. I continued to save, I continued to invest, continued to move forward. Well, if you were lucky enough to invest in Jedi Master Kenobi, you got Commander Ahsoka Tano available at a reasonable level by completing the red boxes in Conquest 3 times in a row and farming all of her shards in Conquest as well. And, you know, Conquest used to be pretty achievable. It wasn't work. It wasn't something that you had to spend an hour a day working on until they launched Lord Vader. Actually, it was before they launched Lord Vader. So if you have Jedi Master Kenobi, you got Cat right away. Congratulations, optimal levels. Lord Vader, all those Relic 8s, all the investment, all the time spent, all your dollars spent, whatever you did, you need Darth Maul to make him work properly. And Darth Maul won't be available to, at the earliest, it looks like mid-October. So congratulations, game players. Congratulations, SWGOH players. And God forbid they delay the fourth conquest for people like Nooch. I underestimated this most recent. I underestimated this most recent conquest, and I was not able. I didn't get the red box. I didn't get the max box. So I'm gonna take. I'm gonna need four conquests to unlock Maul. If they delay that fourth conquest, God, I could be going months based on what just happened. And it's not just that. So you released. Ah, this is maddening. You gave Jedi Master Kenobi a huge advantage over Lord Vader because you just botched this release. You screwed over anybody that wanted to farm Lord Vader instead of Jedi Master Kenobi because you were thinking, oh, you release them at the same time, they can counter each other. Nope, can't counter each other. In fact, nobody can counter Jedi Master Kenobi consistently right now. Nobody can counter Kenobi consistently right now. I know people are having success with Lord Vader, but you're in the minority for having consistent success with Lord Vader. And there are Jedi Master Luke squads too, but those are not 100% either. So congrats, they built a meta that's going to last until Maul comes out. We hope. We don't know, but we hope. But it's not just that they timed it awfully with the Conquest. It's that they turned Conquest into work. And we've talked about that separately. Everybody's been talking about how Conquest now is so difficult. Whales are quitting because of this Conquest rework where you have to plan it out. You basically have to plan this out like a small business over time to make sure you get the Conquest max box. And if you miss if you misplan or you do something, you're done. You're not going to get it. It's just a horrible, horrific rollout. I mean, just for all those reasons. The Conquest, not only you couldn't get Maul till later, whereas with Kenobi you got Cat right now. Conquest is so difficult and really feels like work right now. Jedi Master Kenobi is going to be in the meta. So did you really invest in Lord Vader? Did you really invest in Lord Vader? Well, CG says screw you, and Nooch says, what's happening?
You chose poorly.
You chose poorly. And on that note, we'll get out of here. That's a review for Lord Vader. Hopefully in a couple months when we get Maul, he's much better. But for right now, he's just pretty good. Thanks for rewarding my investment, CG. Really appreciate that. For all you guys out there, remember, Nooch too good.